When we started out, we didn't have our own monitor engineer. We had a front of house engineer, so that's the person mixing the sound and how it's coming back to the audience. But because we didn't have any money, we didn't have the funds to pay for a monitor engineer. So the monitor engineer is the person that creates the sound that you hear as a musician on stage. And you might need to hear different things. For me, I always need to hear the drums to be able to keep in time. I need to hear the lyrics, the vocals, because that's what I'm responding to. Sometimes I don't need the guitar in my mix because I can hear it acoustically across the stage. Sometimes I want a little bit of bass in my wedge. So a great thing is to have a monitor engineer that responds to all your needs depending on who you are in the band and your role in the band. This was something that was quite difficult because often we'd rock up at a venue and the venue would provide their own monitor engineer, so we just had to run with it. It was a game changer when we could afford our own monitor engineer. Then we could actually signal during the shows what we needed bringing up. So someone would be drums up, or sometimes the drummer couldn't hear the click if we were playing a song to the click. So it's really important that the click would go up. So he'd have a cymbal. So there had to be also, the way the stage was set up, a clear line of sight, because the monitor engineer is often off to the side. So you need to be able to see them, to gesticulate. You also need a monitor engineer who will look at the band, because there were 8 musicians that all needed different things. It's a really active job. We had monitor engineers who sometimes would just not look, and it was so difficult. It made the gigs really, really tricky because you never felt your sound was right. Then you couldn't be inside the gig. You were distracted by having to ask for different things that you couldn't hear. Luckily, you'd rehearsed enough, so you'd come in at the right place, but it felt more mechanical. You're not really playing music when you're having to say, I just can't hear the bass. I cannot hear the lyric. You know, what verse are we on? You need to hear lyrics to know where you are in a song often enough. So a monitor engineer was really, really key. To get a good one is just a blessing from heaven. And we've been lucky enough to work with some of the best monitor engineers in the world. And it's been a game changer. It means you can actually relax into the gig because you have a sense of safety that the person knows what you want. And there it is. You don't even have to ask for it. And that's an amazing thing because all the songs are different, the textures are different, the layers are different, the beats are different, the tempos are different. There are so many different things going on. It's a lot for someone in the band to keep on top of, let alone a monitor engineer.